to you with 40s and brace to show where you should be bracing when you're using 40s on offense. And then I want you to go ahead and Thunderstruck into my 40s afterwards.
Somebody else is going to have to Thunderstruck.
Okay. Volunteer?
I'm sharp over at the moment.
I got it.
Oh, Ben.
Alright, Ted's got it.
Alright, so I'll tell you when. And just
Wait, hold on. Am I dropping the 40s or the others?
You're gonna Thunderstruck the 40s.
Okay.
When I say.
Yeah,
right,
Thunderstrucking your allied unit probably wouldn't go so well.
Well, no, that's what I was trying to figure out, was if I could volunteer for this or not.
Okay.
So I'm holding still at the moment, and then you're going to come into me, and then I'm going to start fighting you?
You're just gonna hold there for a second. I'm literally just using your guys as a dummy.
Yeah, your guys are a dummy because we just want people to see micro.
One of the things that happened last night that we noticed is we were on offense, they have Medaus braced up, and here's what happens. You do that, you're going to lose all your Forte, okay?
Damn.
You will all die, right?
Yeah, look at that.
Because by the time they're braced, the front line is already dead.
Yep.
Okay?
Damn.
If you're walking into brace Medaus or any unit, that's about as close as you need to be. Right?
Yep.
You're already killing them.
See, look how much damage is happening.
As they die, as heroes back out,
Less damage.
you just slightly forward. Right? Or if you have a hero that can clear the way, right, you do something like this. Like that. Good job. Right? So you don't want to walk your Forte right point blank range before you brace.
So
the
what
only
if the
reason
Medal
that
are getting
Forte is to have the range advantage, right? If you didn't have the range advantage, you wouldn't use Forte.
Oh, man.
So
see, once I'm here, I will basically not take damage. See, look at that. Nothing.
Literally one guy all the way at the back is hitting him. The rest of the unit can't do anything. Which is also how you attack into Forte. If you're attacking them, approach them from the side, you can literally walk right in front of them once you're here, and they can't hurt you, and then do whatever ability to CC them, right?
Make sense? Any questions?
Alright, who was doing the Thunderstruck?
I got 10 seconds on it.
I have a question. When
Hold up. Hey, get those jabs back.
Stop fucking around.
Hey, let's get our units back, please.
Oh, not mine.
That's a G-ban.
Yeah, I know that's Bow. Trolling.
So when we have a bigger push with like 4 or 5, a whole team, right? If you're operating the Forte Bracios, you should be kind of back a little bit and just kind of seeing where people go, right?
Yeah, this is where your shield should be ahead of you, right here.
So if you're the hero with the Forte Bracios, I would almost always be slightly behind them because you can't really reposition them very well if you're in front of them, right? But what you want to do is have a hero that can use CC, because what is good against Forte Bracios? Enemy hero CC, right?
Yep.
So if you're just behind your 40s, and on attack, you move them up, here comes the enemy short sword or something, well, now you clash of shields and stop them, right? Or whatever it is. You're basically bodyguarding your 40s, and also slightly behind the main body of the shields and stuff to reposition your 40s.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Thank you.
Alright. Is that all you were wanting to show there?
That's pretty much it, yeah.
Alright. So now if everyone wants...
everybody, this is how far away from 40s you want to be.
Yeah,
how far away you want your 40s to be, right? If you are bracing when you're this close to the enemy, you will lose every fight. Every one.
Yeah, my shield health just completely stops taking damage here. My health stops taking damage.
Yeah, he's not even being touched.
They cannot hit you.
Not a single 40 is even trying to hit you.
Because they literally can't. That's literally an ability. As I get away, they start hitting and it hurts.
Yep.
Alright, so if everyone wants to pull their units...
Aura, that's a good question. So if let's assume you're here, right? You cab behind. Roll forward, turn, X.
Yeah, it's not going to be as fast as with, IPG Advance. That's the one downside to Forte over IPGs. But generally, we have both of them, and at least last night was a great example of we appointed someone to watch our rear as the rest pushed forward. So that's generally how we do. And that's where Madao come in. Madao are really good for watching the rear because they will rotate.
Wait, why do you want the 40s this way?
We were
we were
going
just
over
to
some areas where
reposition
Cav
versus
came from
Cav.
behind.
Right.
Yeah.
And normally
Just to be
you would want Madaos or Imps to be watching your flank for the Cav, but if you need to, you can rotate them fairly quickly. You just have to know, if you click just tap X, it's always going to be slightly in front of your hero. So if you're in the middle of them and just turn your camera and tap X, they're all going to walk, right?
Yep.
They're not going to turn around and brace. You have to be past the unit and then go ahead and tap it.
Yep.
Nice.
All right. Any other questions?
If we were defending home base, what are the optimal places to use Forte Bracios?
Right where
Corners.
I am standing currently. Tanavast is hopping up and down. Defending
where's
home,
Tanavast?
we should always be. He's on the defend. All right, again, only units that should be here should be the Forte Braccio. Shield Maidens, get back to supply.
So your
Please.
optimal porty positions is like these close choke points because it's harder for heroes to get past them and CC them. But assuming you've lost control of the gate, if you're defending this area here, 40s anywhere off to the side like here, or even just braced up against the side of this, what's this called? A fountain,
Fountain.
right? Because if they're
Or
here,
building
what are
if
you
it's
doing?
the other western
If there's a
map.
building, if there's a fountain, if there's any sort of obstruction of the terrain, right? You want them like this. Because now, heroes have to go over this or around it to get to your
And
40s.
Cav.
And you can't be imp walked from that side, and Cav can't charge you from that side. So you have to be only watching front for Cav charges, and your right side for Cav charges.
What
Yep.
the?
Right?
Revable though?
That is trouble, which is why you don't want to be here unless they're literally
Which is why you
just
want to maintain
pushing
gate
this point.
control.
But we assume if you're defending home directly, they've already broken through the gate. You are fighting everything you have to hold this point, right?
Tooth and
So you
nail
need
right
all the damage you can on this point.
When at all possible, too, your 40 should be inside a friendly melee troop.
Yeah, so optimally you'd have a shield, specifically a shield unit on top of these.
Like, the point of the map is not as important as the point of how close you are to friendly melees.
You don't
Well,
want to
and
use 40s
using
alone.
terrain advantage is a very important thing. So that's actually a big thing that we have noticed people don't do. I don't
Well,
want
and
attacker
that's
heroes
completely
on
right.
home point. Please get off of home point. You keep getting a little bit of cap. We don't want that. All right. So everyone want to pull their units away and off from home for me. All right. I will grab my palace guard just to demonstrate generally what I'm talking about. Krieger, you want to stand on home point because I'm going to step on home point. I don't want it to get capped.
Yep.
Everyone else should be off of home point, just watching. I know this first one's kind of boring. It's because we're showing things. But these are things that need to be worked on. I want up to the top. What? Okay. Alright. So, when we are pushing a home point, I'm bringing a unit through, so make sure you don't just stand there, Bo. Alright, so when we're pushing home point, what we don't want to do with our units is what you're going to see me do here. What did I just do?
Fucked up.
Did you
I
X
stopped.
them through?
I stopped. I just sat here. Look, we're pushing this point. We're pushing this point, trying to cap this point. My unit stopped on the other side of point. That should never happen. Especially with a shield unit. So stalwarts or PGs, currently the only shield units we use. I should never have it stop before point. This was every single shield unit on Ratot Var last night. And if this has been continuous. You, with your shield unit, you go through and you are aiming for this side of the point. Or wherever their spawn point is. If their spawn point was over here, I'd be pushing that way. Or if they had a unit there. But wherever their main force is, or if you've taken home, generally their respawn, you're pushing towards. You do that with pikes, and you do that with shields. What you don't do is you don't even right there. You please do not thunderstruck my unit.
I feel like a good thing to explain as well is the reason why is so that way your units will at least keep the other units and deter the other heroes from just charging into the point. The whole
Yep.
point of this is we're trying to play keep away. We